Man, I wish I knew this about money in my 20s. Let's dive in. So money is a hot topic on YouTube, huh? I feel like the kinds of videos that talk about money, making money, passive income, everybody wants to make a lot of money. And don't get me wrong, I love money. I create content about money as well, building a business, creating content, monetizing that content. And since starting my secret blog back in 2018, I've also gone on a little of a financial journey. I started my blog when I was just finishing up, wrapping up those 20s. And I want to share with you the things that weren't clear to me as a silly little 20-year-old walking around this earth, but I really wish she'd known this about making money, having financial freedom, and being able to build the richest life for herself. And I mean rich as in not having $1 million, but having the coziest, best life ever. That's what I mean by rich life. So a little backstory on my money journey. As I said, I was a stupid 20-year-old. I didn't really know a lot about money. My parents never really taught me about money. It wasn't a topic in our household. The only time we would talk about money was when I asked if we were poor. I would ask my parents, "We're not poor, right?" They'd reply like, "No, we're not poor. It's fine." Then I remember also asking my dad, "Well, how much do you make?" And I just remember him saying something like 50K. 50K is the norm, $50,000. And this was like in the 90s, but that's it. Those are my memories of money, of talking about money. When I was growing up, and I don't think kids learn this today either, but we didn't learn a lot about money in school, like personal finance stuff. How do you manage your money? How do you make money? How do you make your money make money? None of that. That wasn't a part of the curriculum. I was so bad with the numbers, like you wouldn't even believe. I'm still bad with numbers, to be honest. This concept of making money and, interest rates and compound interest, and it's like none of those terms were familiar to me. It was all very foreign until basically the end of my 20s. If this is you as well, don't worry. And if you're in your 30s, if you're in your 40s, 50s, it doesn't matter how old you are watching this video, you're still going to get a lot of value out of it. That is my intention, at least. This is not about making me feel bad about, I wish I knew that back then I would have this amazing life now. It's not what this is about. It's just, I want to summarize the things and pass on that knowledge to you. And some of these things you might already know because you're smarter than me, probably. The things that I was taught about money, which was basically nothing, and having a non-existent relationship with money, it was brought down to me from my parents, from their generation to theirs. That doesn't really apply to this world that we're living in right now. The first thing I learned about money is that you need to be proactive when it comes to attaining this knowledge, when it comes to personal finance, because nobody's going to teach you unless you look it up online and decide, I'm going to learn how to manage my money, make more money, and learn how I can be financially free and all that jazz. My first suggestion to you is to read the books. Read the money books, watch the YouTube videos, listen to podcasts, really educate yourself when it comes to personal finance and making money, because nobody's going to teach you unless you seek it out yourself. Make the decision that you are going to change your financial destiny and then go do it. Go read the things. The second thing I wish I knew about money is pay yourself first. Give some money to you first for your future self. So investing your money or setting up a high yield savings account. Saving as much as you can from the money that you bring in. It doesn't matter if it's just $5. $5 is better than nothing. This is the key to building a rich and wealthy life. It is to spend less than you make, living below your means, and saving that money, investing that money, making your money work for you. It's not about earning more, it's about spending less. Which brings me to the next thing that I wish I knew back then. I wish I started investing my money into the stock market earlier on, into index funds, because this is how your money won't lose value. Your money's going to be making some more money, which was like, what? This was not comprehensible. Comprehensible. Yeah, that's the word. To the 20-year-old me. I didn't understand. I just thought, okay, I'll save this money. I'll keep it in the savings account with no interest rate whatsoever. I didn't have a savings account when I was 20. So I'm not fooling anyone. Compound interest is your friend. Without it, you're probably going to be working a job that you don't like for the rest of your life, because with retirement age increasing, if you don't save your money, if you don't save for your retirement, you're going to be working forever. power, which is, I'm putting it out there very bluntly, but start investing now. Even if it's just like a few dollars a month, it's going to compound over time and make you even more money. I know retirement can feel far away when you're in your 20s or even 30s, and it's boring. It's boring to talk about and think about what you're going to do when you're old and how you're going to, have money to live, but it's essential. So take it seriously. Save for your retirement by investing. Set up an emergency fund. Save at least 3 months of expenses and have this money live in a separate savings account. This is going to give you peace of mind. You're going to be more relaxed. You're not going to be too worried if you lose a job or you quit your job to pursue, going from a dreamer to creator full time, because you have an emergency fund saved up. Let's face it, most of us don't have $1,000 laying around for when that toothache comes, or your pet needs a surgery, or something in your house needs fixing. Most people don't. This money is going to save your cutie little behind from feeling stressed all of the time. It's about money. Keep an eye on your bank account. Keep an eye on the money you're spending and the money coming in. I ignored my bank account for like all of my 20s. I was living paycheck to paycheck, taking student loans when I wasn't even a student. Don't tell anyone. Spending and splurging my student loans like a madwoman. I had no control. I would just like swipe my card and hope for the best. This is not very sustainable. It is not very financially smart. Make it a habit. Actually schedule this on your calendar. Every single first of the month, you're going to go into your accounts and you're going to see, where's the money going? Are you living below your means? Are you exceeding your means? What's going on? Self-awareness is the start of change. So start by actually looking at your numbers, even though your numbers might not be where you want them to be, and you might not even want to, look at your credit score or your bills, but you need to pay your bills. You need to be aware what's going on with your money. Knowledge is key, and you can't control what you don't pay attention to and what you don't track. So track your money, budget every single month. You don't need a 6 or 7-figure salary to become a millionaire. I didn't really understand this until a few years ago. I thought I need to make 6 figures in my business or more to make $1 million. You don't need to. You just need to invest your money wisely. Put them into stocks, index funds. Invest your money and make your money work for you. It's not about the money you spend, the clothes you wear, the car you drive, or the house you have. That's just external stuff, material stuff that, yes, has some value, but that's not what wealth is. Having real wealth is your net worth, what you currently have saved in your portfolio, your business, in the things that you have invested in. A lot of seemingly rich people are not actually rich in that sense because they buy a lot of stuff. They're spending the exact amount that they're earning, or maybe even more. So be careful there. Live below your means, save as much as you can, invest your money, make your money work for you. And boy, oh boy, I wish I knew that back in the day, because then I would probably be a millionaire by now. Time is your friend, and so is compound interest. The last thing that I want to say is be someone who creates value in the world. The more value you give and the more value you put out there, the more you're going to get back. Seeking out opportunities, learning a new skill that's going to give you a return on your investment. Maybe start a business, start creating content, learn about content creation, because that skill of content creation, I'm just using that as an example, it could be anything, but that's going to give you a return on your investment down the road. See where you can add value and add an income stream to your life, because most people in 9-to-5 jobs, employees, workers, most of these people are never going to be millionaires. Millionaires start something, they create, they invest. So this is your sign to do the thing. Become the artist of life, create something from nothing, invest what you earn, and live below your means. That's it. If you love talking about money as much as I love talking about money, and if this topic was interesting, let me know in the comments below if you want me to share more about how I'm currently managing my money, what I'm doing with my money, and just more money advice, I guess. If that's helpful to you, let me know below and give this video a thumbs up, and then you know what to do. Subscribe, join the fam. We're almost at 20,000 subscribers. Oh my God. This is slow growth. This is cozy, slow, intentional growth. So I started this channel 5 years ago, but I really appreciate you. And thanks for being here with me today. I hope you learned something. And now go invest your money. Go invest $5 into index funds or your friends. And so is compound interest. Okay. Still can't get used to these bangs. I think I'm going to get rid of them. All right. Cozy vibes.